It's the smell of the power goat. He was an OIB, the man who told you what to do. But now he's an OI bitch, taken down by AI. He loved the smell of pinball in the morning. It's the smell of the power goat. He was an OIB, the man who told you what to do. But now he's an OI bitch, taken down by AI.
Hey everybody, this is the franchise Shane Douglas, the greatest wrestler in the history of professional wrestling, just saying, Philadelphia, get ready to go back to the extreme on April 28th. When you want the best and most lowdown on professional wrestling, you want it right here at IYHWrestling.com. These are the boys to get it from. Take it from me.
All right, we are back, and we're joined by the original gangster himself, New Jack. Welcome to In Your Head.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Doing good? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm down in Cincinnati right now. It's cold as fuck down here. It's like, just trying to deal with this cold weather.
Yeah. Now, let everybody know you got a new federation starting. It's 2XFW.
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
2XFW, 2 Extreme Fucking Wrestling.
Who came up with
if it's got New Jack on, it's got to have something different. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I just don't do shit normal. I gotta go out there and just do it the way I'm gonna do it. And it's my company, it's my rules they play by. So you're not gonna see just like hardcore, but I had to put a name on it that will relate to me. I mean, there's a few XFWs out there, but it's the only 2 XFWs because mine is just too extreme for anything. It's not a family show. I mean, if you want to bring your kids, I mean, that's your business. But they gonna see some stuff that they ain't used to seeing. I mean, you might have a woman's match and the titties might pop out. You might have New Jack doing blood and guts and fire and all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? We got Axel White coming down, we got Bishop Slade, we got Justin Sane out of Cincinnati. We got a lot of people that's going to be on the show, Man Pondo, the whole nine. We're doing something December the 15th at my location. It's 3509 Warsaw Avenue in Cincinnati. You know what I mean? And you're going to see some different stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're gonna be wrestling Man Pondo, and that's gonna be a death match.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, me and Pondo go way back. We go way back, you know what I mean? We got a history of doing stuff with each other. And we gonna have a good time. I mean, we gonna do what we do best. Beat the shit out of each other.
Was it your idea to start your own promotion, or did someone come to you?
Bro, one night I was sitting at a bar, and one of my boys walked in. He had a building up in Cincinnati. He said that, he hadn't been doing anything out of the building for a minute. And he was like, man, I think I'm going to just, let the building go. And I said, no. So he said, well, here's the keys. You run something out of it. So I'm like, why not? You know what I mean? And I mean, I couldn't, everybody, really, really upset and complained about, the way that Vince McMahon that fucking destroyed ECW. You know what I mean? So it was like, why not? It's not that I was looking to run. It's just that, the chance came up for me to do it. So why not? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, for people that eventually, if you are in another state, you're going to drive down and see what we're doing. You know what I mean? You're going to see the stuff you've been wanting to see on TV, you ain't seen, you're going to see it with my company. You're going to see it and more.
You talk about the new ECW. Do you think they just, started that to, kill off the legacy of ECW?
Vince started, what you said, what was that question?
I was just wondering, do you think they started that company, the new ECW, just to kind of kill off the legacy of ECW?
Yeah, because I mean they know that all the original ideas, that the stuff they was trying to do and stuff they tried to copy and everything, it came from ECW. I mean, Vince don't have a mind that stretches out that long the way, and he can create some of the shit that ECW did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he purposely got it and tried to kill it, which he's done. I mean, it's like you say ECW now. You say ECW now, people start laughing like, "Oh, you do that shit." You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whereas, with me, I'm one of the originals. You know what I mean? I'm one of the ones that people really paid to come and see. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you couldn't give me enough money. Well, yes, you could, but I wouldn't do that shit to work with them right now, bro, because it means nothing. And for me to even attempt to go up there, I know exactly what they be trying to do. They would shit on me in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? I'd be looking like balls right there. Every time they come like that's what. Even though he can pay for it, it's like he ain't worth a dime. So, I mean, why would I do that? For what?
Mm-hmm. Did they ask you to be part of it, when they first started it? Or when
I ain't going to do that. I don't do that shit. I mean, what's it do? I go up at the first thing, walk right to my name. Mm-hmm. At the first thing coming out of their mouth. If you sign, we're on the ownership and the likeness to your name. I'm not doing that. I mean, don't nobody want to pay to come see Jerome. That's my real name. You never heard of my channel. We ain't want Jerome. No, fuck that. You want New Jack. And if I give that cocksucker my name, he'll take it and put it on the shelf. And he'll kill my character like he done killed everybody else's character. Mm-hmm. That shit they doing over. You know what I mean? They never will be over. Them guys, they work with ECW now, they was fans. They was in the audience. They was buying tickets when I was main eventing. You think I'm going to go up there and put one of them over? I'll stab one of them motherfuckers. I ain't going to put them over. Shit. I will cut a bitch.
Did they ever come to you about using the name New Jack? Because, they have come to like Carino saying he can't use the King of Old School and some other names that people started in ECW.
They can't. What do you mean about using the name?
Like saying that you can't use a name, like saying that they own it or anything.
I don't know the name, bro.
Okay. But I mean, they have done that to some other people.
Fuck man. Yeah. I do like I said, man. You go up there and they basically they just raping everybody for they fucking idea. And then when you're done, they put you on the shelf and you just a memory, and they don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just did what was I on? I did Nancy Grace a few months ago when Conan died, and then CNN recorded an hour and a half stuff for me, and then Vince then just went on CNN 2 weeks ago. Well, I was supposed to be on there, but I was anti-Vince. I was like, he's a fucking rapist, he's a robber, he's a murderer, he's all this combined, and he's gotten away with this shit for fucking years. And everybody that they had on that show, he handpicked to go in there. But they didn't put nothing, I had him there. So, I went at CNN, and I thought about their fucking asses. Mm-hmm. And because I said, Vince had everybody on there saying, well, Vince, he ain't all that bad, and he didn't have nothing to do with the steroids, and he ain't had nothing to do with this, and that cocksucker Chris Benoit wasn't such a bad guy. Yeah, he was. When you choke your kid until you fucking murder him and your wife, it ain't nothing good that nobody should ever say about you again in life. All your good points are going out the window. Mm-hmm. And everybody defended that motherfucker, and then Vince been getting away with his shit so goddamn long that it ain't funny. You know what I mean? So my view on Vince is, bro, that motherfucker like Saddam Hussein. He should be put in the same category as him, and they should string him up by his fucking neck and hang him. I don't give a shit about him. I never did give a shit about him. And for everybody that praises him to make it like he's the God Almighty, that's only because he's paying him. His name is on that check, so of course they're going to suck his nuts. I've never been like that. And that's why me and Paulie didn't get along, because Paulie had ass kissers like Taz and Tom and Dream and all them motherfuckers. I never would do it. I don't believe in it. Dude, I did 3 years in prison. I didn't get fucked then. I ain't going to get fucked now. I don't believe in it. All right? And no, I can't play the game. I won't play the game. You know what I mean? I can't hell. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And what's got New Jack over is not, like I said, I won't play the game, but I've been real with myself, and I've been real with the people that I work with, and they know that. And when you get me, you going to get me. And what comes along with that is I ain't taking your bullshit. I don't care who it is. I don't believe in doing it. Didn't nobody get me over. I got myself over. When Paulie was trying to kill me and Mustafa Walker, he was mad because I cut that boy in Boston. Well, that was the first one. Mm-hmm. And we doing jobs every night of the goddamn week. I didn't care. I started diving on shit. And I'm like, you can't kill me. You know what I mean? You can't hurt me. I said, I'll go out there and lay down in the ring and do 1, 2, 3, no problem. But when I died, all they gonna remember is me jumping off of something 20 or 30 feet in the air. Who gave a fuck? I walked out of ECW December 2000, and I ain't looked back at that shit since. Is my name still alive? Almost 8 years later, yes it is. Who cares? Mm-hmm. You get what you get. We didn't talk about what I was going to say on the radio or on the interview. And I mean, if I offend anybody, then the best thing I tell you to do, hang up the fucking phone. Because you gonna get me.
I just want to. You mentioned Chris Benoit. I just want. What do you think about Shawn Michaels using the crossface on the pay-per-view last week?
I don't watch that bullshit. It's all a work. Alright? It's a fucking work. Who gives a fuck? The last time I watched WWE was when they said Spike Dudley was going to be on there. Mm-hmm. And I watched it just to see who's going to be on there. What do I care about Shawn Michaels giving somebody a crossface? Who gives a shit? It's a work. Who cares? What am I supposed to say? No, that's Ben Law's move. Fuck you. No, for what?
Well, I think
about it.
Yeah, I just thought, they get a lot of negative light on him about that, and I don't know. I think you would try to steer clear.
Who cares?
About it.
They be getting negative because he used somebody else's finish. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers up did a suplex, a headlock, a claw, an arm drag. So the first person that did it, should they get mad about it?
No, well, that's not really why I was asking about it. But
I don't get it. I mean, who cares because he did it? It was somebody doing it before he did it. Who cares?
You said about Paul Lee earlier. If he was out of
fuck Paul Lee. Paul Lee's another crook. He's like what they call it, the lieutenant. He's like Vince's lieutenant. He's a fucking crook too. He got away with murder too. That motherfucker did all that old scam and shit in ECW, and then sold the company that filed bankrupt. Then Vince bought the company. Well, if Vince bought the company, Vince bought Paul Lee's debt. Well, one of Paul Lee's debt was to me for down there $3 million. I ain't never got that. You understand? When I think about it, he's another mother. He's a cocksucker too. I hope he died and get hit by a truck, a freak truck. Fuck him. I don't think shit about him. Fuck Paul Lee. And he filed bankrupt. He can't make over $52,000 a year, so he's making it right under. He's right up under like $61.99. All right, and then all of a sudden, everybody that had filed his fucking bankrupt claim against him, got hired at fucking WWE. And then when they all got a job, they were like, well, one of the stipulations is you can't come back and fire Sue Paul Lee after we give you a job. And they all went for it. So they all play the game. I mean, everybody plays the game. For some fucking reason, they all play the fucking game. I'm not playing it. I'm 44 motherfucking years old. I can these motherfuckers go die. I don't give a shit. I don't play games like that. If you play with my money, I'll kill you. And Paul Lee sitting at home right now getting $5,000 a week, and he ain't been on TV in damn near a fucking year. For what? But that was him and Vince's his buddy's agreement. Mm-hmm. So when I think about it, fuck him. He could die. Hope his mama died of a heart attack in 10 minutes.
You're saying, your name's still out there, name's still over. Did you ever think, you're so over your New Jack and everything, you don't need to do, the big dives off anything?
Dude, I ain't diving off shit no more. If I jump off the side of the bed, you better be happy. I ain't diving off nothing. You better get them old videotapes. I ain't diving off of shit.
Right.
If I dive off something because somebody push me.
Well, I remember you in TNA, off their little balcony thing.
Well, I did that to make Jeff Jarrett mad. Because he kept telling me that their match wasn't going to fall in match. I told Sam, man, backdrop me upside down off a fucking upstairs thing just to shut Jeff the fuck up. And then I quit a couple weeks after that. Dude, who cares, man?
Right.
God almighty.
Now, did they get mad at you because you swore once on the show?
Say it again?
Were they mad at you once because you swore on TV?
Yeah, they always get mad at me because I swear. People say I curse all the fucking time. So fucking what? That's my fucking business.
Well, do you think that's weird?
Yeah.
Like a company that, the name is TNA, it's like a play on tits and ass, would care that someone would swear?
But no, they hold on. This was the funny part. They told me not to say bitch.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And right after my match, they brought these girls out. They was called a TNA ass bitch something. It was something like that, but they said ass and bitch in it. And it was right after what I did. Now, come on. You gonna tell me I can't say fuck, but you bring out the butt fuckers. And you announce them, and they announced them. And I told Jeff, I said, you playing the same game now that y'all played me when I was at USWA back in '92. The same fucking games. I said, I refuse to be a part of this shit. I said, give Bill Bears my check, fuck you.
See,
all right? I won't play it.
I was saying that's a hell of a gimmick that that last tag team you mentioned.
The last what?
Yeah, I was just saying if anybody's listening, they wanted a gimmick for their tag team. I think the Buttfuckers, that would be an excellent choice.
Yeah, that's what they're going to be, the fucking TNA Buttfuckers, fucking dumbasses. But anyway, make sure, you know what I mean, like I said, my deal, you know, is 2XFW. Like I said, my next show is the 15th of December. All right, it's at 3509 Warsaw Avenue in Cincinnati. And this is not a family show. Well, you can bring your kids. I ain't going to turn away no money, but this is not a family show. Right. Yeah, I mean, I ain't going to let everybody go out there and go on the mic and say, fuck. But if I tell people to go cut a promo, if a curse word goes in it, it's going to go in it. If I got some bitches out there in the ring wrestling and a titty pop out, well, you didn't have the camera ready, you saw a titty. You know, if you want to bring your own bottle of drink, I don't give a fuck, bring it. It's my show. I do the fuck I want to do. You know what I mean? And that's how it's going to be, and I ain't going to change shit.
Did you personally choose the roster for the promotion?
I had help. What?
I just want if they were all guys that you wanted to be on your show.
No, I mean these are all my boys.
Right.
I might have got a couple of the names spelled wrong, but these are all my these are all my boys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I mean, some of them I use, some of them I won't. I mean, if they don't want the name, if I got a roster and your name is on there and you don't want it on there, please email me or call me and tell me to take it off. And trust me, I won't.
Was working on the creative side of wrestling something you always wanted to try once?
No, I did. I did it. I helped Paulie create some stupid ass ideas in ECW. Yeah, but see, like I said, this is mine. This is mine, bro. This is all mine. And you gonna see this. This shit is gonna be so fucking retarded. Motherfuckers gonna be like, and I got a show coming up January 5th. It's Backyard Wrestlers only. Mm-hmm. Backyard Wrestlers only. And if you a backyard wrestler and you listen to reading this shit, please come to please contact me. Email me at newjackuncut187 at Yahoo or MySpace me at newjackuncut. I invite every backyarder to come down there. Nobody that has any experience is welcome. All I want is backyarders. And I'm going to let them motherfuckers get in the ring and kill each other. All I'm going to do is just say good match. Because they need someone to fucking go in and play, you know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. And I'm doing it just because I can.
Mm-hmm.
And if people don't like it, so what?
Was that something you did before you got into wrestling, backyard?
I never did it, but I like watching it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I get a kick out of watching this shit, because them boys be for real. They be out there, they don't know what the fuck they doing, but they... You know what I mean? Uh-huh. And that's why I like it.
Did you have a question, Incher?
Actually, we have a question from the message board. RJD, he wants to know, what's your thoughts on the experience from Wrestling Society X?
What's my thoughts on it?
Yeah.
Out of bubble. If you want to be a wise guy, you can do it anyway. If you want to be a strong man, you can do it anyway. If you want to be an Indian chief, cowboy, you can do it in the ring. You can't do it in the mall.
The most electrifying line in sports entertainment today. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, take me. If you can survive, if I let you.
I'm figuring and thinking there's nothing to stop my doorman Randy Savage now. I'm the man. I'm the icon.
Hey, welcome once again to In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I'm the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all the podcasting, and some say a damn handsome man. Nasty Neal. And I'm here to talk about all the wrestling of this week. AEW Dynamite, Collision, Raw, SmackDown, TNA Impact, Juggalo Championship Wrestling, MLW, Hibbity Bibbity's Joe Bob Extravaganza, and maybe even some classic wrestling. Now, granted, I haven't watched anything this week, so I'm sure all of them were great. So that is going to be my recap of the week. The wrestling was great. Fantastic. But what we are going to do here, folks, is we've got, questions from the Headyverse, the fine folks out here in the Headyverse land. You're going to send in some questions here from the chat. We're going to open up the video lines. We're going to take some video calls. And we're going to have ourselves a gay old time. And I don't mean, Stevie's going to hop on here and Jonathan Jackson. We're going to have a circle jerk, and then Lexar joins in into an orgy. I mean, a gay old time in the old sense of the word. We're going to have a fun time here on In Your Head. Now, granted, if you host a wrestling podcast, you should probably view the product. You should probably watch wrestling. But I have been keeping up with Dynamite, but I have to admit, I've had a very busy week. And that's no excuse, I understand. But some almost overwhelming news. I've been granted an artist residency in Austria. I'm going to be spending the whole month of December in Austria. And you're saying, well, Nasty Neal, that's 7 months from now. Yes, it is. But I found out the news, last week. And then this week I started to hear the details. And it's much more involved thing that I realized. I'll probably be leaving at the end of November, and I won't be returning till early January. And I'll be very busy while there. I'll be live streaming while in Austria. And I'll be part of Robo Exotica and a lot of cool things. So it's going to be a great time. Now, I'm just telling you guys because, I was in meetings about all this stuff, and I had a very busy week. And hopefully you can understand that. It's huge news for me. But I do apologize. I did not get to see any of the wrestling this week. But we're going to do the show anyway. I do not want to derive the fine folks of the Headyverse from the great experience that is me, Nasty Neal. So we are here. We're going to talk all the wrestling. I'm getting something straight because if you folks out there would ever like me to review any clips of old wrestling or new wrestling, now the problem is if it cannot be WWE related because they just instantly strike. It could even be something from WCW or NWA or something, and they're gonna we own that. So it's got to probably be some from territories, and even some of that they're gonna say we own it, or some indie stuff. Current indie stuff. But hey, send it over and we'll chance it. I will chance it for the Headyverse. Now, that's why you have to come live, because if you are here after the show is off and YouTube's like, hey, WWE said we own this Continental clip from 1983. Even though, they don't put it anywhere, no one can ever watch it, but we own it. So this little clip you played from someone's, VCR they recorded off channel 52, we own it. So then I have to take it off. you could review Starcades. No, it's exactly what I'm saying I can't do. No offense, but I don't have the time to watch, 3-hour pay-per-views that happened years ago. I don't have time to watch current wrestling, but clips of stuff we could watch along together here on the show. And I can't really play Starcades on the show or YouTube. They're gonna be like, "Hey, buddy, you're getting the boot, So we can't do that, but we can play clips of stuff, or we could try. So some of those will also be like, not happening. But I am going to try something here. Now I know, the former co-host here, he's not an AI guy. I get it. I kind of miss the AIs. We kind of took a break from them on the show because of, Incher leaving, but I'm going to say let's bring them back. So they don't have to include Incher. But so Brian Matthew Clutter, Jonathan Jackson out there, anybody else who wants to get involved in the AI in your head, send some in. We'll play them on the show. But I'm going to attempt to ask AI about some Headyverse members and see what it says. And I see who's in the chat room here. Steven in Toronto. So let's ask AI. Who is, let's see, give us a bio of the history of Steven in Toronto in your head wrestling podcast history. Let's see what it tells us. Let's see. Steve in Toronto. Let's find out. Does AI know Steve from Toronto? Searching the web for Steven in Toronto. All right, here we go. Steve in Toronto is one of the longtime cult personalities and callers connected to the In Your Head Wrestling podcast universe, also known as the Headyverse. Over the years, Steve became known to listeners as part of the extended Headyverse community, a regular voice bringing chaotic humor, strong opinions, offbeat observations, and memorable interactions with the hosts like Nasty Neal, Jackie Jones, and Incher. Steve's history with the show goes back to the early era of fan call-ins and live listener participation, when In Your Head thrived on unpredictable late-night wrestling discussion mixed with comedy, arguments, inside jokes, and bizarre storytelling. Unlike polished wrestling media personalities, Steve represented the spirit of underground wrestling radio. Raw, weird, unfiltered, and completely unique. Throughout different eras of the podcast, Steve in Toronto became associated with long, rambling, but entertaining calls, passionate takes on pro wrestling history and booking, friendly feuds and banter with the hosts and the listeners alike, the unpredictable energy that made classic internet wrestling radio special. Being part of the extended family of recurring personality fans look forward to hearing from. For longtime listeners, they've written like a book about this guy. Steve in Toronto symbolizes the community-driven side of In Your Head Wrestling podcast, where callers became characters in the ongoing history of the show itself. His appearances helped shape the DIY late-night atmosphere that separated In Your Head from mainstream wrestling podcasts. That's very nice. While there is not a widely documented public biography of Steve in Toronto online, his legacy lives through archived episodes, fan memories, and the long-running culture of the show and its audience. Wow. Beautiful. AI really knocked it out of the park there. Now, do you think it could generate a picture of Steven in Toronto, based on what you know from In Your Head. Now, what's going to happen? And I talked to Steven before. He said I could do this. Well, I really didn't ask him, but I just assume he's fine with it. And that's really how things go in my life. We'll just assume he's okay with this. I'm not feeding it like information on him or anything. You know what I mean? Let's see. All right. I think we're good here. This is going to be weird. All right. Here we go. We are going to generate this photo. All right. He's fine with it. Good. Good. Because I was just about to exit out. Because I had Steven's back that way. I'm like, I'm going to exit out. I'm getting out of here. We're putting a kibosh on the whole deal if he's not down with it. But then I looked over and he says, I'm down. So it was, it was a good thing I hit enter, 3 or 4 seconds before that. Otherwise, boom, was going to back out all over. No AI image. All right. Well, this, I don't know how accurate this is, Steven, but here we go. I don't know who you look like. Not necessarily a Steven in Toronto, but. So this is Steven in Toronto, according to AI. You wear a hat that tells everyone you are Steve in Toronto. You almost look like kind of like a cross between Conan and Mongo McMichaels, maybe. You've got the cityscape of Toronto behind you, so that's pretty cool. You had some tribal tattoos, which I know you're really known for, your tribal tattoos. Got a pretty sweet In Your Head wrestling t-shirt. I wouldn't mind making that. Steven Toronto, native Toronto, longtime In Your Head caller, heady for life. Passionate fan, love of the business, say what's on his mind. Doesn't even says it. Say what's on his mind, and part of the Headyverse. Damn, Steven's ready to beat some ass there. Look at Steven. You don't want to mess with Steve. Don't step to Steve. That was the old Ron Simmons line. Don't step to Ron. Don't step to Steve. Damn, you got a fan now in Dustin. Dustin, he's all salivating, licking his lips. He's like, I got to get some of that tomahawk there off old Steven. Yeah, I had the Conan kind of vibe. Kind of like I said, like a cross between Conan and Mongo, I think. No tattoos. I'm the tribal chief of In Your Head, but I have no tattoos. All right. I mean, if you just want to, do a cycle on some roids, you'd probably look kind of like that. So that was fun. If anybody else wants their bio, you can super chat, and I will work. I'll get your bio and your likeness, or you could super chat and get someone else's likeness and bio. You'd be like, give me Lexar, give me Swax, whoever it is. We'll look it up together here, live on the show. All kidding aside, I'm sorry I didn't watch your wrestling, but all that is true with the Austria thing. So it really did take my time this week. So I do apologize. So I try to watch at least Dynamite. So here's the link if anyone wants to join. We're going to take links. We're going to take callers early next week. I think we're going to have a guest on here. So it'll be it'll be back to a more normal for a little while starting next week. We're going to try to guest, at least every couple weeks. And we're going to stick with the 6:05 live on Friday Night Delight. It works for me. It's a little earlier. In theory, Nikhil said he could come on at 6:05. I haven't seen him here yet, but he said he can join the show. Dobbs as well. Dobb has been in the chat a few times. So some of our UK listeners can join at 6:05. And it's also a lot easier to book guests. Booking a guest at 11 o'clock is kind of rough. Here's the man himself. Damn, you are the splitting image of what we just looked at.
Well, I changed my little thing at the bottom as I am the OTC.
Damn.
The OTC of In Your Head Wrestling Radio.
I've got my Mikey Whipwreck shirt that was sent to me. I think this Golgo 13 got me the shirt.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Come here.
Luddite Supreme. What's up, buddy, pal, amigo, compadre? You looking good? Doing? I'm good.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep. But can you hear us? Can you hear this? I don't think you can hear us. We can hear you.
I can hear you.
All right, good. You're exactly. Some other bullshit artist out there stole the 605, but we originated. And thank you to Jonathan Jackson. So if you didn't see this, Jackson, we've got a new little background I made here. And we've got Lexar asking if you're intrigued. We got Brian Clutter smoking his dope and asking, did you do the WV today? And that was supposed to say, I love the wrestling by Jonathan Jackson, but it came out, I lavoe the wrestling. So Jonathan Jackson, he lavoes the wrestling. You know it. Boom. Soon, though, AI. Soon, I could just sleep and this will just, the AI will just take over the whole show.
I don't need
It'll be popping up here. I'll be making WV jokes. I do kind of want to create an AI intro. I know I shouldn't do that, but
probably not.
I do think it would be funny if I just hosted a show with an AI intro, and I just had it say how great I was throughout the show. That'd be good.
We're a puppet. You like puppets?
I do like puppets. I could make a puppet intro. I was testing out because I've done puppets with fur, and so I tested out a flesh colored puppet. It sounds kind of risque to begin with, but it really just kind of looks like a penis, I think. Although maybe if I add like arms and eyes and hair and stuff, but as is, it comes.
I don't gotta feel guilty about giving you the idea.
Yeah, but what if Incher could be just a talking penis on the show? The new Incher.
Yeah, he'd love that.
That's how I'm going to win him back. The Top Crusader. Oh, did Sora go away? I didn't realize that. Top Crusader. Damn. Jonathan Jackson's got the Lavoe for wrestling. Is that what happened? Is that why you stopped? I didn't realize that. I thought, look, I was giving you guys too much credit. I was like, they stopped to show, show support for Incher, and they just stopped because the program ended. I thought they were trying to, like, yeah, we're here to have Incher's back. No more AI. But, the program just ended. Now, if the program would have ended 1 week before, Incher might still be here. Though he claims he did not quit because of AI, but I find that to be highly bullshit. Neal, you're the 90s Howard Stern of wrestling podcast. I appreciate that. We need to get Stuttering John back on here. Stuttering John, if you guys don't know, and I hate to bring this up because Jonathan Jackson's in the chat. I'll keep it brief. But he left the internet. He quit the internet. And I think it's because of me. He quit. I'm going to take credit. He quit the internet. He's gone. I'm sure it'll be forever. He'll never return. But
what'd you do to him?
So for 4 years, he was trying to get Sunflower Dragon, who's one of the a member of the Dabbleverse, so she's in these different chats. And for 4 years, he was trying to get her to visit him, to go out with him on a date. And then when he found out that we were meeting, he really lost his mind. He did a whole video about it, and since then he has quit the internet. Quit. Gone. Now it's a combination of there's other people he can't stand either. He's in lawsuits. Yeah. He basically has like two friends. One of them's not really a friend, and then like thousands of people who do not like him. So that's what happened. At first, I was like, you know what? I bet he's fine. These guys are cyberbullying him. But then after talking to him for not long, you realize, oh yeah, this is why people don't like the guy. But we're not here to talk that because Jackson will get pissed. Incher won in the end. That's true. So I have a question out there. It's crazy to do the headies this far into the year, but I also don't want to do them. But I think at this time of the year, it's too hard to do the best of the year last year in wrestling. But yeah, we can do the best of the heady ones. So in your head, rookie of the year, chatter of the year, video, caller of the year, that stuff. And maybe we'll even expand those awards for this year. And if you guys are into that, let me know in the chat, and we'll get together. And also, if you're in the chat, if you have any ideas for in your head specific awards to add to flesh them out, let me know, and we'll get the ballot together. Top Crusader. I met my wife by trolling a guy on a forum by visiting his girlfriend. It was supposed to be just a photo gag, but hey, all right, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, we're celebrating our 1 month anniversary this Sunday. People like, aren't you like 50? You don't celebrate 1 month anniversary. You're broke. The man's soul after you stole. Oh, I thought you were talking about Incher. No, okay. I've broken many men's souls. I think I'm a nice guy, but I'm like the soul breaker. Anything? I know it's a wrestling show. Anything happen on our wrestling, Stevie? That's a very broad question. Anything happened in the world of wrestling this week? Anything that interested you, anyway? So much so, Stevie's all choked up. He's like, I can't even answer this.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I really enjoyed. I know there's a lot of criticism of the UFC or the MMA on Netflix.
Oh, this is a good topic.
I really liked it. Like the people criticizing that show,
they don't know shit about
they don't
MMA.
know shit. Have they ever seen a Ronda Rousey fight? Have they ever seen an MMA fight ever? Ronda is known for this. Ronda trained for this, and she did exactly what she was trained to do. And when she saw Gina on the mat, when she saw her arm available, she was going for it. She went for it. And
yes,
just like many other fights in Ronda's career, she tapped out Gina in the first opportunity.
Yeah, many of her fights under a minute. And if anyone out there's watched real fights, that's what can happen. In fact, that's part of the reason they started to have wrestling what it is either they would be too quick or they'd go on for days, and people don't want to watch that. So, and this idea that if it was fixed because it was short is really kind of stupid, to be honest, because if you wanted to fix the fight, you'd actually prolong it. So it was more, you want to give the people something for their money. So, and you look, and then people like, oh, it's fixed. Even that the word, the idea about a cash grab, I don't really even like that term to begin with, because newsflash, all sports, all fighting stuff, it is designed to make money at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. It is a business.
They showed up. I mean, and this is like arguably the two biggest names in women's fighting, and she showed up clearly wanting to win this. It wasn't like neither of them really showed up in no shape. It's just one of them is better at grappling. The other one's more a knockout person. And so I don't even really like that term. And I know some people like, oh, it would have been a better fight if they had Gina versus these other people that people. It's like, well, maybe, but you have to realize when these people are coming out of retirement, they're going to put them in big name fights because that's what's going to sell the most tickets.
Mhm.
Gina, she's not. Ronda Rousey is not coming back to to extend her career. And now she's starting at the bottom, work her way back up to the title match. She's probably only just come back for a match. So to the idea of matching her with like an unknown person because it's going to be a better fight, that's just not. It's not what happens in any combat sports, really. When someone makes a comeback, it's usually two of these big name people, unless they're like position themselves to go back up the card.
Yeah, I think she said Rhonda said she wants to have more babies. So
yeah, it's probably like a thing like I wanted to do this one more time while I can, and she did it.
Yeah,
I have no problem with that.
Like,
that makes sense to me.
I mean, like
she looks super happy out there. That's what she loves to do. She looked happier there than she ever did wrestling.
So but has anyone ever seen the history of, say, professional boxing or Mike Tyson's career?
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid and we would buy the fight, we'd buy the pay-per-views. You'd watch all the prelims, the fight would come on, and there was sometimes he would knock the guy out in less than a minute, and then you would feel like it's a weird thing because you would, after a while, I think you feel like, oh wow, that was a waste of money, but at the time it was still exciting because he knocked him out so quick,
So that, I mean, like I said,
in real fights, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean that's why you have all those undercard fights, and but for me, I mean, I've already got Netflix, so if Jake Paul wants to put on another show, I'd probably watch it, and if you can get some names, recognizable names, even without any recognizable names, I'd probably eventually watch it. I watched
because back in the day, we don't have that anymore. We don't have Tuesday night fights and Friday night fights. When I was a kid, every Tuesday was Tuesday night fights on USA, and then it was like Friday night fights on HBO and Showtime, and then they'd have big fights sometimes Sunday nights or whatever. But there aren't any weekly fighting. I don't think there's any boxing shows anymore.
Yeah, I haven't been a boxing fan in decades, but
no, it's always weird growing up. Like everyone, even if you really didn't follow boxing, like everyone knew who the heavyweight champion of the world was. And now, like I have freaking no idea, to be honest. But there was a time, like just everyone knew. I was just like, oh yeah, we know Tyson's a champion or whoever. Then it was different when they started to make, all the titles, and then Tyson unified them all. Then they, broke all apart. Yeah, and Dustin said he's thinking about moving to Saudi Arabia just to start watching more fights.
So, but that was Saturday. And the only other thing, I think the only other wrestling
I need help plugging stuff in.
What are you plugging?
No, real life people. Sorry, I had to.
Oh, no worries. It's all right. All right, no problem. All right, Steven's busting up there, but yeah, like, look, I don't even know if I can say I like Jim Cornette anymore, to be honest. But Jim Cornette as a manager, I loved. I think he's one of the best of all time. He can be a hilarious guy and stuff. But when he's commenting on something that he just doesn't know anything about, it's kind of cringe to me. And he should know that. He should be like, oh, what if, what if Lennox Lewis just started talking about, wrestling booking? It would be like, well, what the hell does this guy know about wrestling booking? And I'm sorry, Jim Cornette. What do you know about mixed martial arts fights? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You might watch them. That's about it. There's a big gaming tournament scheduled to go down in Saudi, and they just moved it to Paris for obvious reasons. Man. Dustin, you going to take off to Paris? Dustin, come on here. You haven't been on for a while. I forget what you look like. I get you and Jonathan Jackson confused. I'm not sure which is which. I mean, you know, some people think they could be twins.
Dustin's a little person.
I first read this that WV was going to get moved to. I was like, what? No, the WrestleMania. That's possible. Yeah, but that's just personality-wise, Dustin. All right. You know what? How about yourself, Luddite? You got any wrestling topics in the world?
Oh, I haven't watched in years. Ooh. I just kind of follow your guys' lead, and then I listen to like Jim Cornette and all that shit.
Well, I'm going to see what AI thinks about you here. Let's see.
I was curious.
I'm going to put both John Reddy. I'm going to put John Reddy, a.k.a. Luddite Supreme. It might pull up some Luddite Supreme stuff from way back in the day.
Might.
Here we go. When is that Darby versus MJF match? It's a good question. I think that's at the next pay-per-view. Which I'm really looking forward to. I'm a big Darby Allin fan and MJF fan. I actually think Darby's going to win, and we're going to see MJF as edgy. All right, so John Reddy, better known to longtime listeners as Luddite Supreme, became one of the memorable personalities in the extended history of the In Your Head Wrestling podcast and the larger Headyverse community surrounded by hosts Nasty Neal, Jackie Jones, and Insure. Luddite Supreme stood out because he brought a completely different energy than the average wrestling caller. Rather than simply reacting to wrestling news or arguing over match results, John often makes philosophical observations. Wow. Outside humor, anti-establishment takes, that's pretty good, underground culture references, and unpredictable commentary into his appearances. That made him feel less like a standard wrestling fan and more like a cult character within the evolving mythology of In Your Head itself. Wow.
That's fucking cool.
You're pretty badass, actually, yeah. Over the years, listeners came to associate Luddite Supreme with offbeat intellectual humor and strange tangents. Passionate opinions delivered in his own unique style. A mix of satire, sincerity, and chaos.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah, they make you sound like one of the coolest guys around. This is very accurate, I would say. Long-form conversations that could move from wrestling into pop culture, society, conspiracy talk. You might think you're Taza there. Or absurd comedy.
I did my own show, Conspiracy Talk. Look.
Being part of the classic DIY internet radio era of wrestling podcasts. Like many legendary recurring In Your Head personalities, John Reddy helped shape the atmosphere that made In Your Head Wrestling podcast different from polished corporate wrestling media. The show thrived on authentic fan interaction, live calls, weird personalities, and the sense that anyone in the Headyverse could become part of the show's ongoing history. For many longtime fans, Luddite Supreme represents the unpredictable spirit of underground wrestling talk radio, where the callers became just as memorable as the wrestling discussion themselves. Publicly documented information about John Reddy is limited, with most of his legacy living through archived episodes, fan memories, community discussions, and the long-running culture of the In Your Head Wrestling podcast. That's very cool, actually. That was very well written, AI.
Yeah, I thought I didn't like AI.
Yeah, I feel kind of evil here. I'm like selling people on AI. I'm like, see, AI is cool. All right.
Can you put that on Facebook?
Yeah. I'll say it'll save here. So. Okay, I'm gonna do one for Incher here in a second.
Oh no! Oh no! Be nice, say nice.
All right. All right. So, boom. Frog Tony, $2. Thank you for the $2, Frog Tony. Did OIB quit the show again? Yeah, he quit several months ago. I think was it before my birthday or after my birthday he quit? After? Do you remember what date it was, Michael Petrelli? It was the date that will live in infamy. The day OIB died.
February
we were
3rd.
Singing, bye, bye, power go. We need a better round. I asked it to generate a picture of Luddite Supreme based on what we know about him. Here we go. It's more accurate than Stevens, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah, pretty good.
Who's the podcast guy there that hosts shows with like Arn Anderson and stuff? What's his name?
Oh, I look like Conrad Thompson. I don't know. Anybody else think Conrad Thompson looks like Norman?
Conrad Thompson, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Conrad. He had a big segment on his show about how Danhausen is the modern day Sandman.
Sandman? What?
Yeah, he said Danhausen is the modern day Sandman, and Eric Bischoff was like, "What are you talking about?" He went on for like 25 minutes about it.
I don't even get that one. Like,
I don't either.
Why? What's the connection?
I don't know, because I guess he said Sandman can't wrestle, but Sandman actually did stuff in the ring. He was a 5-time ECW world champion.
Yeah, he was. Was he a great in-ring wrestler? No, but they're not the same at all. Sandman would be more comparable to a guy who was known for wrestling, but more known for like his charisma.
Hardcore.
Yeah, and charisma.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe
Moxley.
even. Well, I think Moxie's a really good wrestler, though. I mean, maybe even a Junkyard Dog or something. But Danhausen, like, barely has matches. He's not even a guy. He's mostly, skits. So you could maybe even say he's like
he's a cool Doink the Clown.
He reminds me like Doink the Clown. Yeah, he has a bunch of little people dressed like him, like Doink.
Yeah, but I mean, Matt Bourne was actually a legit good wrestler. So I don't know. Maybe what's Ron Killings?
Ron Killings is a good wrestler.
I mean, but the WWE version. You know what I mean? Because the WWE version was really just all about skits.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I kind of hated that they did that to him, but I guess he wouldn't have lasted as long as he has if he was Ron the Truth Killings. Yeah, prolong his career. But he's a very talented guy.
Oh yeah,
he's really talented. So I hated that they made him a comedy guy.
I really thought we were going to get a great run after they wanted him back. He came back. He cut a great promo, and then they just made him back into like a comedy guy. Didn't even get like one big match out of it.
Yeah, typical WWE.
Yeah, that was really bad. I mean, you were giving something. You know what I mean? You were hand wrapped this like gift.
All right, so
I thought Frog Tony wanted an OIB thing, so I got one here. 1-inch biceps often shortened by fans to incher. is one of the foundational personalities in the long history of In Your Head Wrestling Podcast, alongside Jackie Jones and other longtime contributors. Incher helped shape the identity of In Your Head from its early internet radio days into a cult favorite wrestling podcast community that has lasted for decades. Originally emerging during the underground wrestling radio boom of the mid-2000s, 1-Inch Biceps became known as the laid-back but sharp-tongued counterbalance to the chaotic energy of his counterpart, Jackie Jones. Was that? Oh, sorry. His chemistry with Jackie Jones became one of.
Told you to hang on. I told you to hang on a sec.
We'll take him out for just for a minute. Originally emerging during the underground wrestling boom of the mid, his chemistry with Jackie Jones became one of the defining elements of In Your Head Wrestling, helping create the mix of wrestling talk, absurd comedy, fan interaction, and long-form live discussion that longtime listeners loved. Fans associated Incher with deadpan humor and perfectly timed reactions, honest wrestling opinions without sounding corporate or scripted, the classic Headyverse era of live fan call-ins and interactive chats, deep knowledge of wrestling history mixed with underground humor, long-running AEW, WWE, indie wrestling, and old-school territory discussions, being one half of the iconic Jack and Incher dynamic that defined the podcast for years. During the peak years of the show, Incher was a central voice as In Your Head interviewed hundreds of wrestling personalities, ranging from legends to independent wrestlers and modern-day stars. The show became known for its loose, authentic format, more like hanging out with wrestling fans late at night than listening to a polished sports media. Over time, 1-Inch Biceps evolved from co-host into a genuine cult figure among longtime listeners. Fans often jokingly refer to him as the star of the show. Fuck you, AI. Praising his dry humor, unpredictability, and ability to turn ordinary wrestling conversations into magical moments. The podcast itself was publicly described for years as Jackie Jones and 1-Inch Biceps, with all the wrestling news and views since 2005, showing how essential Incher was to the identity of the show. To many longtime listeners, 1-Inch Biceps represents the heart of the old school wrestling podcast era, a time before heavily produced wrestling content dominated online media, when wrestling radio was built on personality, fan participation, weird humor, and real friendships inside the Headyverse. Very sweet.
That's creepy how much AI knows.
I know. Now we're going to generate.
It's like they wrote a book.
I know. I was like, damn, how long is this? Generate a picture.
Yeah, they wrote like a book.
Based on what you know of him. So this could get us in trouble. I don't know. Hopefully not. And yeah, then the last line that AI forgot, and then he abandoned us. I have nothing. I honestly have nothing to apologize for, Taylor. So. We were in a group chat after he quit, and he just left it. So. I'm not against apologizing if I did something, but I did not. All right. Anything on your mind, Mr. Petrelli?
I'm looking forward to the AEW pay-per-view this weekend. I think it's going to be really good. Double or Nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Backlash was horrible. I think that was the worst show of the year so far. I thought the AEW Fairway to Hell 1 hour show was better than that. So I'm much more into AEW right now.
Yeah.
They had a 1 hour special. It was like on an indoor golf course.
Really?
I don't know if you saw it or not. Yeah, they had a fun match between Darby Allin and Pac. They had a balcony
I saw
spot
that match
kind of
actually
reminded me
online.
of
That was
Jack.
pretty great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
So this is OIB according. I'll say their picture of Intra not particularly accurate, but that looks more like me than Intra, I'd say.
It kind of looks like Just Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't look much at all like Intra. So you did a better write up than a picture AI. So what did you say was horrible? What show?
Backlash. I didn't like Backlash at all. A lot of commercials and only 4 matches. And then Danhausen's mystery tag partner was just it was the El Torito guy who used to team with Primo and Epico, dressed like Danhausen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the midget. Now that's fun.
They're not like pay-per-views.
That's not exactly. That's not a bad thing that it's not like it fits the character and all that stuff. But when you hype up a surprise, you can't have the payoff be just the midget guy.
A random little person, dressed like him. The dirt sheets were saying it was going to be Jelly Roll, but I said, oh, that's kind of lame. But it was even worse than that, I thought.
Yeah. Now I'm hearing the rumor is they're going to bring back Baron Corbin to be like Frankenhausen or something.
Oh God,
he's gonna
that's
be like
terrible. I hear him on with Bubba Ray Dudley on Sirius XM.
Yeah.
He's like the same as Bubba Ray. I'm like, oh, I don't want to listen to this guy. This guy's kind of a douchebag.
Yeah. Why would I don't even know why you'd bring him back, but if you did, like, how would you feel if you were there for years and you're brought back as like you're like the sidekick to Danhausen?
I don't know.
I guess if you get a job back, it's fine.
Yeah. If it's a paycheck,
It'd be good if like he died and then they had him as like the reanimated corpse of Baron Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
As like a zombie Corbin.
Yeah, Franken Corbin. Well, they should bring in what's the guy's name? We had him on the show a bunch of times. He wrestles as like the Frankenstein.
PCO.
Oh, PCO.
Yeah. Kyle Busch.
R.I.P. That was a NASCAR driver.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I saw that on the news. It's 41.
His powerboat. The powerboat is ill. We wish the powerboat well. Sorry, the powerboat. I'm not doing so hot. Nikhil wants to know, the problem with Triple H was he never connected. The character was a pile of nicknames with no man inside them. The promos ran in one gear, serious and slow. No range to push your back. Even today, it's clear he's a person who completely fails. I don't agree that he didn't connect to audiences. He was definitely over. There's lots of guys who are very over. I just think they now portray him as he was like the level of Austin, and he wasn't. He was, a step below those guys. But I would never say he was not talented or he didn't connect to crowds or anything. He was really over character.
If he would have stayed with China and never went with Stephanie, I do think he'd be like half as big as he was. I don't think they would have pushed him as much.
Yeah. It's very, I mean, he's a very talented guy, but would he be like running the company now? If he wasn't? No. There's also a lot worse guys who have booked wrestling or had positions of power. So, but I would never say like he didn't. I think that's too far to say like he never connected to the audience. DX and then his single stuff. It was really good. He's not like one of my favorites.
I remember.
But I can't say he wasn't good.
When he came back after he tore his quad, the crowd was really into him. Like 2001, like December 2001.
Coming back as Danhausen's sidekick almost guarantees big merch money.
That's true.
I understand WWE wrestlers don't make a big cut of their merch, so I don't know what that would come to. But
those greedy fuckers in TKO take it all.
Yeah.
They
Especially
get like
if you're the
25%
second banana of the group,
Yeah.
On this day 5 years ago, Frankie Kazarian became the elite hunter. That fucking sucked, dude. That sucked.
Insure
That
was
went
into it, I remember.
nowhere. I don't think he beat any of the elite guys.
Well, he was a TNA champion, so I guess maybe he made a good decision going back to TNA.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
fine. I just don't think he.
Do you know?
he's
Have you
fine.
seen TNA Impact recently, Jack? I mean, Neal, have you seen that
No.
on AMC? They had a main event between Frankie Kazarian and Elias, and it was like a backstage street fight thing, and they were playing like porno music during it. And I was like, "What the hell is this?" It was supposed to be like Elias's music, like the type of music he plays, but it sounded like porno music. It was really weird.
Weird. Did they just
This
start
is
getting
strangest-
on or anything? Yeah.
Yeah.
They should,
It was
you know,
so
it'd be
weird.
funny if they played that and they like just insinuated at stuff, like, you know, like they have him, like the guy's got him and like he's going behind him and like kind
He
of a
had
bear
like
hug.
hand sanitizer. Frankie, he took like hand sanitizer off the wall and was wiping it on his face. I was like, "What the hell is this? It's so weird."
But have it like so you have like something in the foreground that covers their waist, but have them like in a bear hug and moving, so you know it looks like you're just actually trying to hide what's happening. That would be good.
Yeah.
That's what I would do if I was booking the show. I'm not.
I thought TNA would really get a lot better since they're on AMC, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're like the same thing as when they were on
Yeah, well,
Access TV.
They fired the guy that actually started to get him buzz and everyone liked. So. Like if they would have got a bigger platform when they had what was the guy from Team Canada there?
Scott D'Amore.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, Scott
something-
D'Amore.
Yeah, maybe something could have happened then. But
I think they have Tommy Dreamer there booking it, but I don't know. The show's not any better.
hit the like button, subscribe, share this out, become a member, help support the channel. It starts only $3 a month. You can also super chat. And if you super chat tonight, you can let me know a Headyverse member of the past, the present, and we will ask AI to generate their bio for you. 20 years ago today, the series finale of that 70s show aired on Fox.
Wow.
20 years ago. I never watched the show, I have to admit. The finale.
I didn't either.
The finale took place on New Year's Eve, 1979, the last day of the decade, and ended with Jackie and Fez finally getting together. The Foremans deciding to stay in Wisconsin, and Eric returned home to ring in the new year with his family and friends, and gets back together with Donna. Great show. Were you a fan?
I saw that 90s show on Netflix just because it was something to watch.
Yeah. Did you like it, Ludite? 70s show? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
did.
saying it was bad. I just never seen it. So.
Yeah, I did. But it's more my sensibilities than yours.
Like a lot of fart jokes and stuff.
No, well, don't get me started on that. Canadians do not like fart jokes despite what people said on Without Your Head the other week. Not for all of us. That's only South Park. Like we don't have a culture of fart jokes.
I was
like,
born in the 70s. So I would have been in the finale here. I would have been 3.
yeah, but there's a lot of weed jokes and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't really find that. I don't hate it. It's not really.
Like,
You're right. It's not really my sense of humor.
sensibilities than yours.
Yeah. You and Stevie are the big potheads. Me and Michael Petrelli, we're straight edgers. Here.
We're straight edge. We're good Christian boys.
Exactly. I do feel, even though, besides the fact that I'm an atheist, I do think I'm more Christian than most Christians.
Probably.
Except for the fact that I'm an atheist.
Most Christians are.
I mean, that's a joke, but I actually do mean it. RJ City.
Oh. Mick Foley, yeah, he's in AEW now on the pre-show.
Oh, he is?
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to be hosting the pre-show with Renee. Double or Nothing pre-show.
All right.
It would have been cool if he did a run in his Cactus Jack as a surprise.
Yeah.
During the Stadium Stampede or something.
All right, I'll give him a shot. I cannot share my brother's love for RJ City. I know people like this guy. I've seen him. I just see absolutely nothing in the dude. Like, I don't know what appeal he has to anybody. He literally could just be any guy. Like, he's just some guy. He's like the modern day Sean Mooney or something, maybe. Just some dude. I don't know. Are you a big RJ City
I like
fan?
him better than like Pat McAfee.
Well, I mean, that's like I like him better than getting kicked in the balls or something. Fucking Pat McAfee. There was a documentary online. Let's get about that 70s show. They were basically all troublesome sex pests and or Scientologists apart from Eric. They all were. I really just thought it was the one guy, wasn't it?
The guy with the beard went to prison for rape.
Yeah,
he's in jail still.
Yeah, I never heard of anybody else on the show being. I don't know though. I really don't know much about it. I never heard anyone else. Lexar, Ludite's pal Lexar wants to know: WWE is bringing back house shows. The company has a number of weekend house shows that will take place during the summer. Are you intrigued?
And they're all Saudi Arabia.
I do think a big reason for this is a lot of the veteran wrestlers say without the house shows, the guys don't get better. You know, if you're already established, you do, but like you come out of NXT and you need to keep wrestling to get better, and then you don't because you just wrestle on Raw once a week.
Yeah, it avoids ring rust, they call it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just guys because so many people now come right at NXT, and if you're not from the Indies or something, like you still need to get better, and they just don't progress. And
the best way to learn is by doing it. Yeah. In front of a crowd, wrestling in front of a crowd. Yeah.
All right. Lexar, WWE's also doing a South American tour for the first time in a decade. The company is touring Chile, Ecuador, and Argentina. Are you intrigued? I'm wondering if Lexar is going to go back to home and watch it.
Brazil's a pretty big market. I'm surprised they're not going to Brazil.
Yeah. Brazil.
Or South America.
Yeah, Brazil's huge. Brazilian food's good.
I remember Chris Jericho got in trouble there because he stomped on the flag or something, and they wanted to arrest him when he was a heel.
Yeah.
You know, he's any of the MAGA guys today, they'd probably be the same way though. If someone was in the States and like did that, they'd be like, we gotta bring ICE in.
Lose their citizenship.
Isn't Lexar from Ecuador?
I think so. I think that's what he said.
Guadalupe or something. What the happened? I don't know. I think someone abducted Steve.
Been abducted by aliens.
Is that true? I don't think that's true. I thought I heard it was Tony Schiavone actually.
It was like during an interview where she was going crazy when he was interviewing her. And then she started saying, "I'm timeless. I'm timeless."
Well, if he did come up with it, maybe they should just keep him in the back to come up with ideas. Doesn't mean I need to hear him or see him. WWE is also doing a South. Oh, we did that one. Ludwig Kaiser has been arrested for battery. Ludwig allegedly shoved and punched a guy after the guy told Ludwig to have some respect while loudly kissing and making out with his girlfriend. Ludwig, who plays El Grande Americano, has been pulled from a AAA event in Mexico. Thoughts? So was Ludwig kissing his girlfriend and the guy's like, stop this? Or was the guy
kissing my girlfriend?
Yeah, and Ludwig was like, hey, buddy.
I think they were just like making out in the elevator. And I heard some report that the other guy in the elevator said he was going to call ICE on his bitch girlfriend or something.
Damn,
if he said that, I can't blame him for hitting him if he said that.
Yeah. I'd have to know. I know some people are like, oh, it's the end of him, but it's not like I don't know. If he got into a fight with some guy, I'm not saying that's good, but I don't think that's reason to like get rid of him.
Ric Flair said Ric Flair threatened to beat him up. That's why he wasn't at WrestleMania, but he's also under contract at AEW, so.
You think should we call like a wellness check for Stevie? You think he's okay?
Yeah, it just sounded like he snapped out.
What if the power goat? What if the power goat would go around and take out all the Headyverse members?
One by one.
Well, yeah, until there's no
Wearing a
left.
Jason mask.
Yeah, yeah.
Yelling about how chili has beans.
Rib shot. Boom. Thanks, rib shot. Stevie legit just vanished. What the fuck? Yeah, he's gone. Boom. Nakura, aka Evil from New Japan, recently married Io Sky over the weekend. Are you happy?
No.
Congratulations.
Cool. Gangrel and Rusev plan to open a wrestling school together. Yeah, I saw that on. I'm friends with Gangrel on Facebook. It was an interesting combo. Like I don't really know where they would have met or anything. Gangrel and Rusev, from completely
Me
different
neither.
eras.
I always like Gangrel,
You
though.
know how vampires always hang out with Russian strongmen.
It's true. Baron Corbin could be returning. Yeah, I brought that up earlier. Am I intrigued? Absolutely not. I don't think I could be less intrigued. I don't know if there's anyone that I hear, like, even if I heard Vince McMahon coming back, like, I would think that's awful, but I would be lying if I said there wasn't interest to hear how the people react and stuff. But the idea of Baron Corbin coming back, well, I don't think he's like evil. Like, you know what? He might be. He might be one of the guys with Vince. But am I intrigued? Like, people overuse the term. They misuse the term. I couldn't care less.
Go away, Heat.
Yeah, if you can't care less, it means that's like the bottom level, the lowest form of caring. Like you literally could not care less about this. And that's how I feel about Baron Corbin. Like I literally could not care less about the man. I'm sure
it makes me more disinterested. It makes me not want to watch the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I would you know what? You're right. So I guess I can't even say I couldn't care less. Like I would actively be like, I'm going to watch a show even less than I do, which is never. I'm going to go back and erase memory.
I think he was working for Scott D'Amore and Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. And that's like, as an ex-WWF guy, WE guy, yeah, I mean, he adds some cachet to a small promotion like that. But bringing him back to WWE, like, ho-hum, like.
I guess at least he's not getting slapped in the face like
Jack Swagger.
If I start ball kicking, will you guys watch it? It'll just be guys standing with the legs spread and you can't protect yourself as you trade just ball shots.
Really?
I mean, can you think of a dumber thing than guys literally just slapping each other in the face as hard as they can? Like
I saw Dana White on
form
TV.
Of entertainment there could be.
He said it would be bigger than UFC. I was like, come on, man. You don't believe that.
When you be insulted, like you're a trained fighter and you train like ancient forms of martial arts. Some of them's been around for centuries or millennia. And, you learn defense and you learn the ground game and all. And then you're like, this is going to be bigger. And it's just guys just standing there and they just slap each other in the face. Just dumb as fuck. Just absolutely dumb as fuck. Like this would be like if a comedy version, if it was just the like fart, the TV show. And it was just guys, they stood up there and like they traded farts to see how much they can make like the crowd laugh or something. Like it's just like the dumbest shit you could think of. The lowest common denominator, lowest form of entertainment. Literally guys just hitting each other with no skill, no defense, no technique. You just stand there, hands down, while you get slapped in the face. So anybody, if you're a fan in the audience, I don't hate you. I just think you're just a complete fucking blithering idiot. So I mean, no offense. Sure, you're a good guy. Let's see here. Troy sent this in. New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of Super Juniors tournament. What's this? So now So now he's just back like nothing happened. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So Steven, you're okay. We saw you get abducted by ICE or aliens, and you're back. You're okay.
Well, no, my wife wanted a cup of tea, so I went and made her a cup of tea.
Oh, see, it's very nice. This guy here, rib shots, like saying all this bad stuff about you.
I kind of saw it too.
I had your back.
You sort of saying
Michael
it out
Petrelli.
I have to say, I like your Mikey Whipwreck shirt, Neal. That's really cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this was sent to me by Golgo13. Good man.
That's cool.
All right. I'm having some technical issues here. I may disappear momentarily. So if I do, keep the show going. Oh, nope. Everything's all right now. I think this website that my brother sent me is giving me issues. I'm going to close it out. This solowrestling.com. It's still giving me issues. Hold on a second. All right, we're gonna close that. We close that out, Troy. It's it was not I think it was trying to eat my laptop. I'll pull it up on my phone. Troy's sending me like spam, like these spam websites during the show, like trying to take over my computer or something. Can you believe my own brother would do that to me, Michael Petrelli? What kind of site is this? It's even messing up my phone.
Oh dear.
Nick Wayne has secured a second victory in the competition of the New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of Super Juniors 33. Titan remains as the only undefeated man in the tournament. Nick Wayne. I thought Nick Wayne was hurt, but he's actually wrestling for another company. Best of the Super Junior show took place at the Tokyo Kurikan Hall in Tokyo, Japan, in front of a live audience of 1,257 fans. Best of Super Junior Block B, Jacob Austin Young defeated Kushida after applying the Bites the Dust. Block A, Jun Kasai defeated Daiki Nagai after applying a Gooey G My Way with the fried rice. Block B, Joshi Nobu Kanamura defeated Robbie Eagles after applying the Hurricanrana. Nick Wayne defeated Noguchi after applying a Wayne's World. Tajiri Ishimori defeated Daisuke Sasaki after the Gato Clutch. Titan defeated Valentine Jr. after the Gideon Job 1-2-1. Desperado defeated Hio after applying a numero dos. Master Wado defeated Francesco Akira after applying Tusakawa German suplex hold. Yo defeated Sho by DQ. Robbie X defeated Fujita after applying an X Express. There you go. Standings. Okay, here's the standing. So in Block A, we have in last place with 0 points, Daiki Nagai. With 2 points, we have Valiente Jr. and Francesco Akira. With 4 points, we have Robbie X, Nick Wayne, Master Wato, Kosei Fujita, and Yun Kasai. In second place, we have Noguchi with 6 points, and number one with no losses, Titan. In Block B, we've got, with 2 points, Robbie Eagles, Jacob Austin Young, Kushida, and Hyo. With 4 points, we've got Yoshinobu Kanamura, Teiji Ishimori, El Desperado. With 6 points, three-way tie for first place with 6 points, Yo, Sho, and Daisuke Sasaki. There you go. Nasty Neal World Order! Yeah! Enzo and Cass would be returning to WWE with Cass AEW contract expiring. I'm a big Enzo fan, and I've become a Cass fan, so I would actually really like to see them come back. I would be in favor of that. I would also be in favor of bringing Enzo into AEW to manage Big Bill. Alexa, Ring of Honor has brought back the red and black Ring of Honor logo canvas the company had from the 2000s. Are you intrigued? Nope.
That's good. It looks better, I think.
Does it look better?
That's from like the glory days of Ring of Honor, so that's good.
That probably does look better. It's too bad the show is worthless. If it needs an actual show. So.
TV deal somewhere, yeah.
Lexa, wrestling superfan Vladimir has been hospitalized after suffering a fall. Well, that's too bad.
It's too bad. Get well soon.
Was his documentary ever released? Remember, WWE did a documentary about him that was going to be on the network. I don't know if they
probably it was like the Dusty Wolf Peacock one. I don't think it got released. Probably.
Why do they? It doesn't cost money to release them. It costs money to make them. So why go through all the effort of making that and editing it, and then just like, whatever.
I don't know.
They always need content, so if it's already made, just throw it up somewhere.
I think it's on the WWE YouTube channel.
Okay.
I thought I saw it on my feed.
Yeah, the other one that's not that that's even talked about. Legendary NASCAR driver Kyle Busch has passed away. Your thoughts and memories? Well, that's too bad. My memories are none.
Same. I wasn't familiar with him, but rest in peace. 41's very young.
Cody, what happened to him? Did he die in an accident or?
No, it was.
I think he got sick and was in the hospital, but I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't wrestling. It wasn't racing related at all.
Cody Rhodes recently said that he failed as a vice president in AEW. Your thoughts? Whatever.
He's burying himself now.
Lexa,
he didn't need
John.
to say that.
Yeah, who knows? John Heidenreich was recently pictured working at a Walmart.
Yeah, saw that picture.
Yeah, I don't like shaming people for having honest jobs. I don't see what the problem is.
I remember people used to make fun of Justin Credible for working at Target, but working at Target's better than being a drug addict with no job on the street.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, I don't. Look, the guy had a very brief run in WWE. It's not like he was there for decades or something and was world champ or something. So he moved on and has a regular life and a job. So I don't see what the problem is. Lexar, the week was the final time of the late show with Stephen Colbert, with the finale of the show airing last night. Thoughts and memories of the show. I never watched it. I was
never a fan.
I was huge when I was a kid. I loved Letterman, and then Conan was my guy, Conan O'Brien, and I'd also watch Real Time with Bill Maher. I mean, well, then it was Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher. And Tom Snyder, actually. But and I was never a fan of Leno.
I like Leno. A lot of people don't, though.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. But the idea of watching late night, after really I started to get online, it became less and less to the point I haven't watched it in decades, I would say. It seems very
it's just bad now.
You know what I mean? So
I think it could be good. They just need to get better people to do it.
I don't know. It's just because you have podcasts and stuff now, so is there a point in 5-minute interviews that are just plugs for something? I think.
Well, I don't know.
The format's kind of just gone
because they don't have podcasts on NBC and CBS and stuff like that. So I don't know. The movie studios that put on, they want their movie stars to go promote their movies. So I don't know. I like late night talk shows, but I don't think it's not as good as they were 20 years ago or 25 years ago, of course. I was never a fan of Colbert. I thought he was a poor replacement for Letterman. I like Jon Stewart better than him.
Yeah, well, the Colbert was a gimmick on The Tonight Show, originally. He played the fake Republican. And then...
on after The Daily Show. He had The Daily Show with Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
And then he had this show after. But, yeah, I was never a fan of Colbert.
This week was the final time of now that Stephen Colbert show ended, do you think that Ed Sullivan Theater that housed Colbert and Letterman show could turn into a wrestling venue? No, probably not.
I don't think so.
Do you get upset when you can't go to a wrestling event that's in your area?
No.
Favorite department store? Are there really department stores anymore?
Walmart.
Yeah,
Walmart and Target.
Walmart and Target.
I'm not a fan of Target, honestly. So
yeah, Target failed in Canada.
I never really
Oh,
understood the point of it because like the stuff's like more expensive than just like everywhere else. So I don't.
They're bringing it back here, though.
I don't really get the point.
Sometimes you could get stuff that you can't get at Walmart. It just depends on the season and stuff.
Yeah, they would have like wrestling,
I,
wrestling figures that were like limited.
I needed a laundry basket. I couldn't find one at Walmart, but they had it at Target. So,
how we're not answering this stupid shit. Like, no offense, but did you get upset when you scratch off a losing lottery ticket? No, because I wouldn't buy one for like. I wouldn't. I mostly just get the, $5, $10, and dollar ones. I don't even really get tens too often. Usually 1, 2, or 5. But if I was gonna buy one where the amount I was losing would make me upset, I wouldn't buy them. So like if I lose $20, this is gonna upset my day, then I wouldn't spend $20 on lottery tickets. That's my advice. Don't put out more money than you're okay with losing. Did Jobs get strange stares from fans and told by security to change his shirt inside out because of the shirt that Neal sent him? Well, I think he was in his car, so I don't think Jobs has security in his car. I could be wrong.
Hello.
By the way, anybody wants a Live Fast, Eat Ass t-shirt? I will part with this for the low cost of $20. So if you would like this for only $20, super chat now. I'll sign it if you like. Live fast, eat ass.
What size?
That's a good question. I haven't looked. Probably a large. I don't know. Large. Let me check here. Wow, it's really hard to see. Really put me on the spot, Reddy. I can't see the size. Might be it's either large or no, it's extra large. XL, live fast, eat ass. I know you're all thinking about it in the chat. I'll sign it if you like. I will sign it in a silver Sharpie. What's your favorite third world?
What?
Lexar wants to know our favorite third world country. Which one's the Lexar from? Ecuador? El Salvador?
Yeah, I hate Ecuador.
Ronda Rousey defeated Gina Carano in 17 seconds. Yeah, we know. Did Jobs ever get my address? Oh shit! I'll send that after the show here. Is that all the questions tonight? That might be all the questions. I need to get these questions up earlier. And all right. If anybody's listening to this now or later, and you have ideas for extra headies categories for awards that are associated with In Your Head, so In Your Head related ones, send them in. We're going to get a headies ballot up. It'll be In Your Head centric. So the callers, the chat room, those kind of things. According, where am I? These are some new questions from Nikhil. Added some while we're doing the show. According to MJF, morale improved once wrestlers who viewed AEW as a temporary stop were no longer around. Yeah, I agree. I think if you go back, it's probably guys like Rusev, Malachi Black, Punk. Hey, if Enzo and Cass wrestle in WWE in 2026, it'll be the same amount of time as their last match as it was Hulk Hogan. That's insane to think of. From King of the Ring 93 to his return at WrestleMania 18. That's really weird. MJF
it shows how forgettable WWE is in recent years.
Yeah.
You don't remember that much stuff.
Yeah, I agree. MJF on CM Punk. No, I'm not surprised at how good he's doing. Doesn't change the fact he's a fucking cunt. He just sucks. A bad guy. But he's an incredible professional wrestler. You know what? I respect that because it's easy if you don't like a guy to say he stinks. Like, like Flair and Bret Hart will be. And it's like, well, clearly neither of the guys suck. I mean, you might not like them, but you can't just be like, this guy sucks. So I like that. He's like, yeah, he's a piece of shit. He's a cunt, but he's talented. So.
It's probably better to be at the pizza place with Bret Hart, though.
It's funny, Kevin Nash burying Maven and Stevie Richards for being bottom feeders and losers who only say things for attention. And Sean Oliver sitting there and thinking, fuck, that was basically how I made my name in wrestling. Yeah, I mean,
that's funny.
Maven, Maven, he did, he wrestled, but Stevie had wrestled for decades. So I think even bring that up about Stevie is really that's
he was in the main event at Barely Legal. He was going to be a top guy at one point in ECW, which was kind of surprising.
He wrestled for decades from ECW to WCW, WWE to TNA. So you can't be like, this is just some guy like.
I have to say, Kevin Nash, his podcast sucks too. He was talking about Israel for like an hour. Wrestling fans don't turn into Kevin Nash's podcast to hear him talk about the Middle East for an hour.
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm politically online with him and Jim Cornette, but at the same time, I also don't want to hear them talk about it. So,
yeah. But it's not like 5 or 10 minutes. It's like 45 minutes to an hour. It's like, come on, this is a wrestling show, right?
I heard Fuji worked at movie theaters later in years. I don't think he needed the money. He did to keep busy. That's possible. Yeah, he did. But yeah, it's possible too. Also, if he lived alone and stuff, he might have wanted some interaction with people.
I hope nobody ordered the hot dog.
Yeah, man, this butter tastes funny. And he just starts getting Neal, who do you think the most overrated wrestler ever was? Tully Blanchard? No, Tully Blanchard's actually one of my favorites. I would say Tully Blanchard is very underrated. I would say Tully's a great heel, a natural heel,
John Cena.
Naturally hated. So definitely not Tully Blanchard.
Tom Zink. Sorry, but
John Cena.
John Cena's a good one.
That's my pick.
You say Tom Zenk?
Yeah.
Tom Zenk. Cena's really up there because I really haven't liked him in decades. Like I liked the initial run when he's wearing the throwbacks and stuff, and
with then Bull Buchanan in the tag team.
Yeah, then once he turned babyface and really became like the Marines guy, and he basically just stayed there forever. And
it's bad stuff.
I know people say like, I actually think he was a bad babyface because
he was terrible. He was getting booed out of the building in 2005 and 2006, and
it was during
every
that
city
when I stopped watching wrestling because I think it ruined the matches. Because the guy you're supposed to like is being booed, and the people you're supposed to hate are being cheered. And
my mom asked me that at the time. It's like, this is the guy that's the good guy is getting booed out of the building. And the announcers are like pretending like it's not even happening.
Exactly. They pretend like it's not happening. They didn't actually run with it. Like when it happened with Rock and Hogan at that WrestleMania, they flipped it in the match. They went with the crowd. But Cena, that's when I started using the term, why do they keep fighting the crowd? And I thought it really ruined the show. So I think that's a good choice. I can't really think of many things I liked about him. And I know some people were all excited when he came back. I definitely wasn't. So yeah,
I wasn't.
Cena might be mine too. Plus, he was a top guy. I think when you say like overrated, it's a guy that was, like TV champion. It's like, well, I actually think Tully's underrated, but like, it's weird to even say he was overrated because, he was tag champ with Arn, but it wasn't like he was ever world champion or anything.
And those seven,
Cena's still overrated. He's having a tournament. He's having the John Cena
that's
championship tournament.
Yeah, I don't even get it.
all these best of 7 matches popped.
Oh yeah, he actually has legit one of my favorite matches ever. Is the I Quit match with Magnum TA, and they got the shard of the chair. He's gonna poke it in his eye. I think that's legit one of the best matches I've ever seen. I think I'd put it as one of my top 3 or 5 finishes ever. And just I think an example of how good he was as a heel. It was at one of the I think it was Survivor Series, and they tag him in. He doesn't even make any contact. He does a little strut and goes back in and tags out without hooking up, and the crowd just hate him. And I was like, that's a real heel. He got hated without even doing anything. And there was I always was drawn to the heels, and even before it was like fashionable. And there was always something about him that was like, this is like a legit asshole. And so I really liked that about him. Yeah. But so yeah, Tully's actually, for me, I'd have him actually pretty underrated. But if you would say most underrated guys, I would put like Brad Armstrong in there, because I think he's one of the best in-ring wrestlers I ever saw, but never really got a push of any kind. Bobby Eaton as a singles, he had a lot of success as a tag team. And I always thought in WCW at the end there, they had both those guys and they were both just jobbers. And I was like, man, these are 2 of the best in-ring wrestlers. That would have been a great tag team, Bobby Eaton and Brad Armstrong. Plus, it would have been like 2 old NWA guys. I think like hard, long-term WCW fans, that would mean something. But, it never happened. And it's weird because I think Road Dogg is probably the worst wrestler in his family, but had the most success besides maybe, his dad, I guess.
Armstrong was the masked Freebird for a while. They should have left him there. Remember when
I had some funny interaction with Road Dogg on Twitter like a week ago.
Did he block you or something?
No. The New Age Outlaws met Boy George, and they were hanging out with him at a concert, and Boy George was all over Billy Gunn and like turning his back to Road Dogg. I was like, hey, Road Dogg, it seems like he likes your tag team partner a lot more than you. And he replied to me, he was like, yeah, really? Jesus Christ. It was funny. Boy George was all into Billy Gunn.
And then he said, if I got 2 words for you, and then Boy George was like, all right, I'll take you up on that. I miss Billy Gunn on AEW. I miss the Acclaimed was one of my favorite acts. I know Jim Cornette hates that term. I'm fine with it, but I love the Acclaimed with Billy Gunn. And,
that was so stupid breaking them up. That was so dumb.
Now you've got nothing. You've got all 3 guys are the only one they try to push is, no offense to the guy, but the least like interesting of the 3.
They should still be around. That's really dumb that they broke them up.
Yeah, it was this homegrown team, one of the most over things in the company. They really just sacrificed them right away to the Hurt Syndicate. It's like, this is your homegrown team, one of the most over things, and then it's like, we get these new guys, let's just have them, like, not even just beat them, that's fine, but they just destroyed them, like they no-sold all their moves and just decimated them. I was like, man, they just look like complete nobodies. Max Caster, I still think could have been like a legit top guy in your company, just because he had one of the best talkers they have, one of the most charismatic guys. Not the greatest in the ring, but not like bad. But you can get better in the ring. Like you can't just suddenly get charisma. Yeah, if Brad had Road Dogg's mic skills, yeah. I won't deny Road Dogg had charisma.
Translate to the. He had it backstage.
Yeah, they always said he's a really funny guy backstage. So wasn't they say that about Dean Malenko too?
I can't imagine Dean Malenko being funny. Wow.
Me neither. Is he still one of the agents in AEW? I know he was for a long time.
I think so, but he's really sick. I saw a picture of him with Harley Cameron the other day, and I think he's in a wheelchair. I think. Yeah, he's not doing good.
Yeah, that's too bad. All right. Well, I hate to do a short show, but like I said,
did you go over the pay-per-view? Did you go over the pay-per-view? The card?
No. What was the pay-per-view? Oh, the card. Oh, you know what? I didn't because I thought Nikhil was going to send it in, but he didn't. Which I'm, you know what I mean? He usually puts that in his.
Oh yeah.
I'll grab that. Double or Nothing. What is that? When is that?
I think it should be a great show. It's on Sunday, the 24th. Yeah, Sunday.
So you got Saturday night.
They're having a Saturday night main event the day before. Lucky it's not on the same day. So
yeah,
I hate they try to counter program them.
Yeah. So pre-match is Divine Dominion, which is Megan Bain and Lena Cross, versus Zeta Steel and Viva Van. This is a 5-minute tag team eliminator match. I hate these eliminator things. They should get rid of it. If you do eliminator matches, it should be two people that aren't already the champions, and if they win, then they get a title shot. But I really, and I don't think any titles should be in the pre-show. So if they're not good enough to be on the main show, it probably tells you like maybe these belts aren't worth having.
I do love the AEW pre-shows have a lot of matches on them, though. Unlike WWE, it's just like a Sports Center thing. That's terrible.
That's a good point here too, because it's not like you're watching a pre-show. It's just like an extended show, honestly. Because you have Boom and Doom, which to me really are the perfect act for these pre-shows, because they legit get you excited about the show. I don't say this, joking around. Like I honestly enjoy Boom and Doom. Big Boom, AJ and QT Marshall. They're very fun. They work old school. They get the crowd into it. They're just a fun. It's like Shark Boy. It's like a fun thing.
A warm-up act. Yeah.
So it's Boom and Doom and the Conglomeration. See, again, like they just came back. You'd think they'd be in like a big pay-per-view match, but versus the Shane Taylor Promotions.
STP.
So, I mean, you have to have Doom and Boom and Doom, and the Conglomeration. They have to kick their ass, I would say.
Yeah.
Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli, Daniel Garcia, and Wheeler Yuta versus the Ops. Wow, that's a pretty big match for the pre-show, too. So, actually, the pre-show does have, a lot of big names on it. I would say Death Riders go over. It's a return.
Yeah, I think so.
So the Ops are Anthony Bowens, Hook, and Shibata. Who cares? Not to be a dick. Singles match for the AEW International Championship. Okada versus Takeshita. Okay, for the love of all that is holy, Takeshita should destroy Okada, and we should never see Okada again. He should retire Okada, push Takeshita. He's fantastic. He's young. He looks good. He tries. Okada's old. He's feeble, and he just walks through his matches. So Okada sucks. He's a waste of money, and Takeshita you can push as a future guy.
I saw Cornette really hates Okada. He was saying he was one of the most boring wrestlers he's ever seen.
I'm with him on this one. I agree with him on this one. But he probably hates every single person on the show. Is the same.
Yeah, that's true.
FTR defending the tag belts in an I Quit match versus Cage and Cope. Wow, now that'll be awesome. I'm going to say Cage and Cope win, because you can't have them lose 2 in a row, and then if you
it's their careers as a tag team too. Yeah. They have to break up as a tag team, so I hope they win.
Oh, yeah, if Cage and Cope. Yeah, I'm with them. That'll be good. This one, I'm always a fan of the Stadium Stampede matches. I find them highly entertaining, and so this one is a really jacked lineup. Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, and the Elite, which is Kenny Omega, Jungle Jack Perry, and the Jacksons, versus the Demand, Ricochet, Bishop, Khan, Toa Leona, Don Callis family, Mark Davis, and Andrade, and the Dogs. Well, I will say they could have maybe put somebody better in there than the Dogs, but this is pretty
the heel team's kind of
really
pretty weak.
Yeah. So Jericho's team all day. I think Jericho's team's got to win this one.
Yeah.
That's like an all-star team there.
I kind of thought they would take Ricochet off TV when he told that old lady, I'm glad you got MS.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
He's all over the show still.
4-way for the AEW Women's World Championship. Chris Statlander, Jamie Hayter, and Shida and the champion is Tekla. They really need to get some like over women to challenge Tekla. I think Tekla's amazing, but they don't have any challengers for her that really have any momentum going for them currently.
I'd love to see them bring back Britt Baker, but I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah. So I want Tekla to win.
Me too.
Tekla all the way.
Tekla.
Here. Samoa Joe versus Will Ospreay, quarterfinal in the Owen Hart Cup. That's going to be awesome, I would say. You've got to go with Will Ospreay.
Yeah, Ospreay.
Bandito versus Swerve Strickland, also quarterfinal. I would say a swerve on that one. That'll
Swerve,
be
yeah. Swerve.
Athena versus Mina Shirakawa, women's quarterfinal. There's only one women's quarterfinal in the show.
I hope Athena wins.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Mina Shirakawa. So yeah, I want to.
Me neither.
Ugh. John Moxley defending the AEW Continental Championship versus Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, go Moxley.
What the fuck about Kyle O'Reilly? That's like the semi-main event. Kyle fucking O'Reilly?
He's from my area.
Wow.
Moxley all the way. Fuck Kyle O'Reilly. And then the main event, title versus hair. Darby Allin versus MJF. This is going to be I'm really looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love MJF, but I predict Darby wins. Darby keeps the belt and MJF shade. I think there's more mileage there. You could continue doing the Darby Allin, like squeaking out a win every week while you build up and the next rematch. MJF now has to put something else on the line to get the rematch, maybe his career or something. So I like it.
It should be a great match. Or it should be a great show, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Nasty, simply ravishing. Nasty Neal, did you do a show called The Fever? Or did I dream it? Did you have a fever dream? Is what I would say.
Fever time, baby.
Oh, you know, I need to find that song. Yeah, I did that.
It was that but that was a parody of Kevin Nash's TNA theme, wasn't it?
Was it? What was his theme?
It was just like doon 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 doon. It was so weird. It was his TNA theme.
I don't think it was, honestly, but
okay, it kind of reminded me of it. It was fun. I like Friday Night Fever.
Yeah,
TNA.
I've tried to. I haven't done it for a little while, but I was talking to Buck for a while, then I didn't get a reply for a bit. Maybe I'll have to reach out and see how Buck's doing if he's out of prison.
I used to listen to it, Friday Night Fever.
I didn't know you were around that long, Michael Petrelli, because that was quite a ways.
I've been listening since 2005.
Oh wow! Since the very beginning.
You did Wrestling News Live. I found out you and Incher when you guest hosted Wrestling News Live.
Oh sweet. Well, thank you. Thanks to our sponsors: Brian Matthew Clotter, Jonathan Jackson, Vic Schiavone, and the Lurker. You can become one too if you join the $10 tier. There we go. Am I still here? I'm having a little bit of technical.
Yeah, you're still here. Yeah. You're still here.
Let me pull up. I also want to thank our anyone who joins. I want to thank, but we also like to shout out the folks who, if you get the mid tier. So there's a $3 tier, there's a $5 tier, and a $10 tier. So if you become a Hall of Famer, you also get a weekly shout out. Let me grab those fine folks. You help support the show. I should have had this ready before we went live. But, you know, it's just me here, folks. I mean, I've got my pals here, Michael Petrelli and Steven and John Reddy, but only me running the show. So let me go grab these folks here. We need a producer. If anyone would like to help produce the show, you will be paid in love. You'll be paid I will love you long time. virtually in my heart. No, like I'm not gonna like sexually. There's no like sex thing or anything. Let's see. So thanks to Doc the Butcher, Gabriel Sorto, Stephen Peterson. I am Immerse Thunder. Sorry, Ralphie May 723, Blue Ball Cottage, Decon Despair, Alexander Ark, Raider 420, Bold 182, Scott Rowell 1592, Tyler Jenkins, the Tuesday Booker, Double Guns, Toronto Stevie, Mikey B, and Nate G, the Top Crusader, and Sandman 35739. It's very important to get those numbers in there. And thanks to super chats today from Frog Tony. Let's see. I just think Tully was a mediocre look. Mike skills and ring work. I completely disagree on the Mike skills and ring work.
He didn't say.
Oh, he was great on the mic.
Yeah, great promo, great in the ring too. Yeah, I don't really would not agree about being pushed because of the connections to his dad. I mean, that had no bearing on anything in the NWA. You know,
I think his daughter's really talented too, but it's a shame she'll never be in WWE or AEW probably.
Yeah, I mean it's her own fault, but it is. You know,
it's a shame though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any last words, Mr. Reddy?
Yeah, I was sorry for the noise earlier, but it's like hard for me during the day.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, I didn't mean it, but you know.
No, you're good. You're all good. How about Steven? Any parting words? Parting is such sweet sorrow.
So, yeah, my Raw report's on the In Your Head Facebook page. I go into detail about Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, so Brock's back. Like they did it. They actually did. That was the only. I guess the one of the main event that night too. The second main event was with Punk, but
Punk and Roman.
Yeah. To me though, the real WrestleMania moment was the Brock retirement. I thought it was really well done. It was memorable, and then they just flush it away. They're like, now he's back. Like, yeah, not even a year later. Like. A month later.
See, I don't think Brock's that great of an actor. I think he was legitimately like retiring.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
Then
because he really caught up in the moment.
Yeah, but whether it's TKO handing him a bunch of money or just pivoting and deciding, oh no, maybe we better bring him back or whatever.
Oh no, you don't, Brock.
That was a legitimate surprise. They kept the lights down low. You couldn't see. All you saw was somebody attacking Obafemi.
And I'm not against bringing him back at some point, but not like a month later. I mean, come on. Why not? Even if he did like next year at WrestleMania, and he's like, "I'm back. I thought about this. I need to get my my win back." You know what I mean? Something, but not a month later.
Yeah, but that was like. But when you think about it, like Obafemi has yes, he should win matches, but as for the PLEs, who's going to face him? So Brock's, I think it's probably going to be Clash in Italy.
I really just don't think there's a lot there. I think they should strike, while the iron's hot. Put like one of the world titles on him right away. See if there's something there. Because I don't really foresee Obafemi being like a long-term like draw or interest on him.
Me neither. I agree.
Get what you can out of the Brock matches. If you put a title on him, then you have someone beat him. You got something. And if there is something there, you could build him up again. But if he just kind of fizzles away, you don't really have anything.
And post Raw report, it sucks to be Marty Jannetty.
Poor
had his leg
poor
amputated.
Marty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sad. Yeah, I didn't. I knew he had a bad ankle for a long time, but I didn't know it was going that way. So that's really sad news. You hate to see it.
He was
I did
the
even see
second guest on In Your Head, wasn't he?
not the
He
second,
was
but
the second one.
he was. We did a story about him the very first episode, but he was. It was a few years in when we had him on, but he was a really good guest on the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And I did see somebody like, oh, he doesn't deserve our sympathy or something. Like, dude, like, yeah, I get he says like dumb stuff, but that's not like I want the guy to get his leg amputated. I mean, come on. Like,
Whoever said that's an asshole. He does deserve our sympathy.
yeah,
he was a good wrestler, and
yeah,
he
gave his body.
Screwed over on wrestling too. I mean,
yeah, he gave his body to us, as fans.
His buddy Sean wasn't exactly looking out for him all the time.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of I get he's kind of a goofy dude, like, but to be honest, he's only hurt himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he's done any. No one really has stories where he did anything to screw anybody over. You know what I mean?
It was like not malicious or anything like that.
Well, I've seen on some people, they do have that story.
The what?
You have seen on some people on a plane.
Yeah, but that's not like. Here we go. Look. All the beans. He gets thrown off.
Wow.
And he just blows up into beans. So we finally had the payoff to the big bean storyline that everyone was really dying to see the payoff to the beans. So earlier today, actually, I'm interviewing this movie, The Furious, which is absolutely fantastic kung fu martial arts movie, and I'm not really into this stuff, but it is so good. And so I'm interviewing one of the main guys in it. He's also in Mortal Kombat as Sub-Zero. He's in Fast and Furious 6 and a lot of stuff. And it was so I'm sitting here and I'm waiting and I'm like, man, where is this guy? And so I double checked the email and I'm like, oh, I got the right time. So I'm waiting. And I was like, well, I know I had the right time. Let me check again. And so I looked again and I was like, oh, it says Friday the 29th. So I was like, I guess I probably shouldn't sit here for 7 days. It's nice to be early for an interview, but I don't think I need to be 7 days early. So anyway, that's how that went earlier today. But The Furious comes out in June, so I don't know when the interview will pop up, but I'll be doing that next week, pop. I did interview a couple people from the movie. It's really wild. So if you like movies, not always just horror movies, but movies you check out without your head, we'll be back. I'll probably review the pay-per-view. Probably not Sunday night because it just gets so late, after the show, but I'll review it sometime this week. Maybe Tuesday, actually, because I think Troy and I are going to go to movies Tuesday. I might be away Monday. Well, I'll do a review of the pay-per-view sometime this week. And we'll be back next Friday. I think we're going to try to do the Headies next Friday, but we're going to do the Headies as the In Your Head Headies. So it's going to be, fan of the year, rookie of the year, most hated of the year, all that kind of stuff. And so to mix this up and make it, flesh it out, because I think we have like 10 categories. If you have any ideas, make them, fun. They can be silly because it gets to be about In Your Head, the Headyverse. Send in ideas for award categories, not winners, but categories. And then I'm going to make a ballot. We'll send it out. I'll get the ballot out, this weekend. And so we have, roughly a week to vote, and it'll be a fun time. Also, if you're listening, you're not on social media, you can email me and I'll email you a ballot.
So it won't be about wrestling this year, like favorite pay-per-view or wrestler.
Yeah, I just think because we're so far into the year, it's going to be hard to remember what was this year and what was last year.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Will that be all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Or maybe we'll do a half-year heady next month for what was the best of the half year. And we'll have 2 headies then this year to make up for it.
Headies are better than one.
Really? Yeah. The half-year headies.
That should be the slogan. 2 headies are better than one.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. We'll pretend it's. I mean, we'll go to Saudi Arabia. It'll be the best headies ever. Yeah, it'll be good stuff.
I don't think I fit in the suitcase.
Maybe we'll get a guest co-host. I don't know.
Oh, I did want to say also that I talked to Zelina Vega on Instagram, and it seems like her and her husband are going to AEW.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I said, I hope I see you in AEW, and she was like, "Fuck yeah, Mike, me too." So I think they're going to go to AEW.
Nice. I interviewed her. Enough to do that. Interviewed her years ago at a horror movie convention. She's very nice.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You posted it on a YouTube, right?
Yeah. I'll have to it was her and Tommy Dreamer, I think. I'll have to reshare that.
Who's her husband?
Okay, cool. Alistair Black or Malachi Black.
Oh.
Best in your. These are good. So Vic, message me these on Facebook. So message me, email me at iyhwrestling@gmail.com. Any category ideas. All right. Any last words, Mr. Petrelli?
Oh no, just hope everybody enjoys the pay-per-view and have a good week.
All right. Good night, everybody. And we'll be back next week, Friday. Good night, delight in your head.
Bye.
Bye.
Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah. It was not small. No. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink. And fight. Andre was big. Yeah. It was not small. No. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink. And fight. Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah. It was not small. No. Andre was great. He was not bad. A great big heart and a great big man. Andre was big. Yeah. It was not small. No. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink. And fight. Andre the Giant.
From Grenoble, France.